Hello, Danvers, and welcome to the 2024 unofficial election results for the town of Danvers. I'm Greg Dolan. I'm the executive director here at DCAT. And before I jump into it, I want to say a few thank yous. First, thank you to all of the candidates in all of the races for volunteering your time and your talent to the town for the positions you were going for. Thank you to the voters for turning out and voting and having your voice heard. And I just want to say, I always say this, but local matters. It's important. Who's in these positions matters to your everyday life. The decisions that people make on these boards really have real impact in town. So thank you to both the board members and all those who ran. A little programming note, as of now, I am confident to go on the air with the results of the unofficial results of the select board and the town meeting seats. If anyone's ever been down for the results at the high school, you'll see they come out by precinct. So we've been tabulating the behind the scenes. So we're going to run with the first few races here, and then we'll be back on the air in a little bit. There's another contested race or two that we need to get to. But with that said, I know the select board is the one that people have been waiting for. We've certainly gotten the most attention and questions about that. So at this point, we can bring up the unofficial results for the select board race in the town of Danvers. So Michael Bean with 2,202 votes. Dutrichet D. Joko, 2,171. Gardner Trask, 1,799, and Matthew Duggan, 1,090. So those, again, these are the unofficial results. We tabulated them based on what went up on the board, and they're unofficial until, I think, tomorrow. They usually go up officially. As soon as we have official numbers, we will post them. But as of the moment, the two seats appear to have gone to Michael Bean and D. Joko. So congratulations to the candidates, and thank you again for those that ran for all these seats. So we're going to move on. There are other races too tonight. There's obviously the town meeting precincts. We have those ready to go. So we can skip over to precinct number 1. This is for 6 for 3 years. We have Paul Ovatius Sr. with 279, Lauren DeLuca with 320, Christopher Dombrowski with 318, Glenn Dagley with 283, Matthew Duggan with 199, Janet Duggan with 306, and Matthew Aquaro with 285. Moving on to precinct number 2, Nancy McNulty with 293, Paul McNulty 269, Robert Cummings Jr. with 247, Elizabeth Stockman 284, Donna Martin 270, Mark Hannon, 239, and Philip Baldock with 209. Precinct 2, this is for 2 seats for 2 years. So the two candidates were Patrick Kelleher, who received 322, and Kyle Hopkins, who received 317 votes. Moving on to this precinct number 3, 6 seats for 3 years each. Sandra Lane, 217 votes. Sally Calhoun, 187. Kathleen Turcott, 216, William McKenzie 175, Suzanne Elavecki with 179, Peter Clement 180, and Douglas Daly with 179. That's a tight race. Precinct 4, 6 for 3 years. So Brendan Carroll with 174, Richard Parker 247, Henry Burnson Jr. 168, Richard Baldock with 286, Marissa Costello, 269, Donna Hopkins, 251, Kevin Barrich, 125, Corinna Grace, 249, and Richard Stoney with 259. Precinct number 5, 6 for 3 years. Temley Bevins, 332, Robert Leshin, 255, Matthew Byrne, 291, Michael Trainer, 304, John Duffel, the third, 235, Mary DePamphlus, 272, and Kristen Typert with 290. Precinct number 6, 6 seats for 3 years. A lot of candidates in this one. Marilyn Hazel with 275, Lawrence Chisholm, 273, Corin Doherty, 268, Lewis McNeil, 213, Lauren Ferrari, 227, Linda Flaherty, 285, Angela Pyburn, 274, Justin Terrio, 179, and Theodore Contos with 321. Precinct number 7, 6 seats for 3 years. So the candidates for this were Eileen Harris, who received 304, Martha Driscoll, who received 297, Lisa Silva with 287, James Simon with 298, Stephen Murphy with 280, and Alan McCarriston with 287. And then precinct number 8, William Hersey with 196, Mitchell Abatessa 219, Tim Gray 210, Charles Lincecum 193, Michael Morris 204, and David McKenna 228. One more, last one here, precinct number 8, 2 for 2 years. There's one candidate for this. That would be Gregory Tremblay with 254 votes. So with that said, those, again, are the unofficial results, but we're pleased to have them up and early for you so you can see who, at least in these races so far, has come up on top unofficially. We'll be back shortly with the results of the other races. I know there is a contested library trustee race that we're tabulating behind the scenes, as well as moderator and the school committee. So we'll be back shortly with that. But a quick programming note, if you're interested in town government, select board meeting coming up on Thursday night. And then we also have town meeting coming up on May 20th at 7:30. So a lot of these town meeting members, whether they're new faces or faces you've seen in the past, will be on TV, and they will be conducting the town's business. And you can see that live on May 20th at 7:30. You can watch that on Comcast Channel 22 or Verizon Channel 41, as well as live on YouTube. And with that, I'm going to sign off for now, do some tabulating behind the scenes, and we'll be back on the air shortly. Thank you so much for tuning in. Talk to you in a few minutes.